Outback's a relatively new map. There were problems with it, despite doing our due diligence. People found it hard to navigate. Anchoring on the sites was actually quite hard, and we want the map to go into Pro League, into Ranked, and we want it to be competitive. So we decided to go through and actually look at the problems. Talk to the pro players and talk to the community and see what they think the problems are and how we can address them. It's Outback version 2. It's much, much better. It's a lot more fun to play now. The outside was a little bit cluttered and people seemed to have a problem orientating themselves towards where the bomb site was when, once you've droned and actually found it. So we've gone through and addressed those issues, cleaned up the map, cleaned up the outside a little bit, and made sure the navigation and flow on the inside is actually much cleaner. Sam and Maddie worked really hard on the garage because it was a less picked bomb site for Office, and it was always a choke point. It was never fun to play, and you always ended up playing really off-site. So all of the changes, making it smaller and changing the windows, adding cover and just making that area much cleaner has helped the map massively. Pirate Room in Office is now much easier to defend. We've added an exterior breakable wall and office supply, which really aids the ebb and flow of the attack and defense on that site. There was a major change in Restaurant where we've split the rooms into 2 between Shark, which actually aids the navigation and flow because it's easier. It was a large open area, and making it a little bit smaller and a bit more comfortable has actually made it an awful lot more fun and a lot more fun to navigate in, especially if you're attacking. Obviously in the original map, Open Terrace was open and it was exterior. Now it's interior and it actually connects piano and resto. So what you've got now is when you come up the stairs towards Terrace, where it used to be, obviously it's enclosed, there's a double door that's barricaded, and it makes for an interesting way to enter the building, especially if you need to get upstairs onto the 2nd floor. But it's also an awful lot more fun because you hide your drone in Terrace and you can get a few sneaky lines of sight and you can see where people are setting up their defenses. So now it's actually a massive improvement to that area. So the motel rooms have been cleaned up. There was a lot of props, so it's actually been cleaned up. The closet's moved and the bathroom is also an awful lot cleaner now. It was a little bit messy and it was hard to see. It's a much simpler layout now. So Dawn's laundry has gone to laundry piano. Even though it's a relatively small change, it hasn't moved massively. It means it's easier to defend. The roamers have an easier time because it's easier to navigate for the flow. So it's actually made the site an awful lot more fun. There's always a few choke points into that thing and people will just anchor in the corner and just spray the walls. So cleaning it up and actually moving the site has improved that area massively. With the windows being moved, tweaked, and we have removed quite a few windows from the map, it actually is an awful lot more comfortable. You can anchor on the bomb sites. You can roam much easier as well. Going through and fixing these problems one by one, and as the map gets better and better and better, the play sessions get more and more fun. That's always the best thing to see, is when everyone's having fun, because if we're having fun, I know the community's going to have fun.